Obiaka say, I say a G Levias a former bar. And so I issue say a cobo tape, Yankobo tape. Yabo tape no nipa me. And in any case, Sakwa no Kaina, Ebia, it doesn't even mean that we are a broker. Ye we are. What next? You be more maka because you G levy. And I be maka because there be some kind. That's a million. We can't. I'm a dong. Yeah. I'm a can't say. BBC. From Kobo tables. I say, number one who hearing. Some person say, who hearing. As I see a TV national name who a TV crack candidate. It be a grow. So what you say? Now, yeah, you're quite back to my first one. Yakofa addition again. Abba. Because come, call or mind gonna dim. Even though some command some come dima, as I say, your minor should say, and you for crack.
Asempa FM.
Oh, sir, even beyond school for one. One squad all Ukraine or yeah this year or Ghana for crown. I see how can be to do more in I can't about because
so students in Kwai is over 1,000. Nurse any pay or
sure. And you know, and you the kid was some can want some no. One say and any pam you do pam on the account. I be a band so quickly now I'm going to find pam you and study and from floor. Even students we are talking about 1,000. What about Nkofo was on school for some more bomb or bra or your juma? But I'm sure they've been quite now warm muscle on my and I didn't Vladimir Putin or you know. He's a beast on all kinds of my ye. And then I mean be shaping your hopes in or to Jamie now all Jamie on Tissa Dogo Bino. And it's I don't know a fool be able yes and they quite a woman oil because someone soon we are saying. But the only thing I want to say, well, yeah, Nasa Muko, Kasamoko, Mube, you know, none near my day. I say, and he knows that, but obviously, do no be any ready to you say, we are say. And he is only doing this, but a passer will be fun wedding, my machine. But I'm sure, sir, maybe you hear me and say, most importantly, we go ahead the American for ya, New America for Po. Now, I say I covered by a cracker, who can say we Ghana for. No, be about you in comfort of all the embassies in Ghana. A call for me on my side, I be. So, yes, you into it, and why you beat me a fire this year, then, or at the other. Wait, you man, you're something. And Tunching.
Yeah, that's it. I was here, Chaso, and Yatin, and no. Now, Menkai will say Franco Trading Enterprise, Wadama, Eti, and they will be
Asempa FM.
Semohano, oh, Barbara me phone, oh, Barbara me phone. Would I catch and say, we hear phone name, Omra Ghana, Obedu Ghana. Cheno Franco Trading Enterprise, which is a question yira kwa you, Adabraka, would do what winning Roxy Cinema no? Tete Roxy Cinema Adabraka. Franco Trading Enterprise, and you would dear him share pepe, ne hona uda hono moa, TV, Franco TV, Akasi and Ketua, Adante Mubenyabi, tabletop fridges, Ubenyabi, and an ye a timu, Franco phones no, and no dear, iPhone 13 no kwaku. And we be Nikita we are now. We use Samsung, iPhone 13, so almost say, Papa.
12 by 13 about
13 about Wakachi, Eti, oh, Pebia, Franco Trading Enterprise, original, a be ever one more. Come on.
Different phones will be.
May you have him, sir. Propaganda with a man, Franco Trading Enterprise say, you here be a Obahonoa, ever come. Your Rockstars roofing system, ever ho.
Sir, you Tony down, Kakra. Uti will be a Canadian. I drank as a song, Kasai.
There be on my country. Many empty as I say, P and Casa will be. You
know what it's a sad job, Casa. Make a 2B in him. And I like the Minia Affinio Markins. I mean, the decision was taken. Oba fidiyesu amwe some mubisa na mwasem unia wa unia e complaisante obono because baby we see here you afford here you see here Quite before so I pass the levy. You mean the amount of
Asempa FM.
And they ask me here. Which all with that address for as I bind it to me for Frosso. It me pass the levy money.
Because okay say 11 in here. They need the number. You're on way to media passing.
Cynthia make us the American. There is no way majority bit full house. Even if address for is here. If address for is there. Anything is possible. Say basse into say bakun what you can say a basse adjoa yare adjoa into my parliament yare on vanchame adjoa into my parliament and any other person into say a mamuno here stand still na I don't think so. Oba ebe born a constituency now or represent you no ebe born my mind and chichire den akonenim but adjoa maya and chese Ghana say ye kuro no gina fako no inti the way I see I cannot din I'm sure say party in a war buying I do free party in the core parliament behind the scenes you know and penny for party muntinase yem fra adwa meka na sema and inti I because the 18 artist mo anamwa you say adwa say adwa say but adwa nkasa de yentim fina no a wabi na bonte beka sa na ma woka ho asem so ti ase hwe and adwa de na ba ye ka ho asem I'm telling you say oh bisa parliamentarians be ho a demand and come be demand no ya sam keto because the dija ni mu na nam e bi no parliament is here me no ka say obi akọ 3 terms board crowd na so bi board crowd na so bi 3 terms e bi ho 2 terms ni no appointment not even board on na mu sa to say say okoja nkofo me aminu hope say do out here say we communicated since 2008 ye dina
Asempa FM
ye dina iratem aden se bi yo yem hwehwam ade no fa ne sa ho kwa e ba se ye che bibi dia na ye yiwo sinchen ana ye kwa ye correct ye mutim di atem ka je say wona wo cha so ye wan ai sabi na no do be refi say even though we are not even MPP krana e kwan bi so no enam emmo bi nam yen so bo a party ma party ba ba mu enti niam bi ko yie na so ho he no sesa no say asem no when you take on utility effect no on utility cost na it's a crew ani wu na ase na nyangu ya enkusi aga niam bi wo ho e cost a yaudie won kofo mu me se bi ni MPC bi kasa me momudi say ba say yi levy ye to no by secret voting MPP members bi wo mo beto tia ahin 70 ese san se san ba ebi adidi ame amanya mo fukure pai ebi so kom de ebi no di asem ye kan ya kan tra keke and also my parliament and also can say nti ajosafo we obi ayaya no cabinet minister ni na echi adentina certain behaviors bi omo ka ho asem o behave even though I stand corrected adwan kasa intimate nga say on eka but the eka to no so emu oya na yenka because go for parliament wa omudi yaw ebi no opportunity they will do even worse than what Adwa is doing. I'm telling you, go there and monko investigation ebi no be worse than the Adwa because how obi a minister or sign a board chairman or sign a board member I mean what is that
obi so nya hwe ye
only now so edu ade aban ehia de a any de party ne be benefit in there yes you go first anko phone na no ma adwuma you think sabi benefit says the war no one see we are
Asempa FM
obi de ade e war sisi e na no say kuya wo hwemanim your officer nya wo ya nti wo so opia so kom chetoda you say wo pusu ho na amani party the opposite wo ka se mesi wo jaw ma dodo na be pusu ho parliament it's not Adwa alone but it's because Adwa na nasema ba or da paswa ye horo sisi ti enya abotre ye nsusu nka mwasem Ghana for ade a me chi o mo kra no say ade ne ha no omu nyina keka omu nyina de omu de asi and omu de say oh everything is okay ntina omu lusu a omu hu no because ade na ayi so ball asija e hye omu aban mu no o me nkoka ye ma me hwe because kan appointment because kan e be time nti obi aka sabo eden e hye ne muti omo best so mu yiba abonten de support to aban any party mo ti bi dia na so no edu ba bi no bi ate nsa gurechi na kuya ye du ba bi o fi de tie mini akwakuru mu aban mu no na ubetima pon program na jo be 9 or 10 ubeku fi na about 3 o'clock 3 a.m. because your party na soma ni pa cross o mebu na obepra o ba ono nso ye party ni office nyama wo ka no e ha na ban nti o tu moto ekuta sekan ne aba no ni tuo no hihye omo ho wo pon program na wo chini nkran na oni obi enam na se nese ekoba se bibi epie mu dia ni e ka se wo nsem fata se wo di obenya bibi afima wo anka be o de. So it's not even about Ajo alone. Even within the party system, and it's set up. No, Nkophobia bread. Mranti evi omo ye say from Syria callers. Obu okra folks be nsia. Na radio we no otie, no ochimatoa, no I call, no we ochimatoa, no I call, no ochimatoa, no I call, no ochimatoa, no I call. Na ni nyine mu no. Party ni baby now we have
Asempa FM.
MPP any a buying communication corner. Ntini papa ni.
Uni ma branch e friend Efo.
Yeah.
So nim say see collect no ka ho.
Yes, Martin di ma mention that.
Ayo. Wo hia na phone sekita no na ebro 10.
I'm telling you.
Eso nansen wo no a wo ye presenter na obefre wo say. Cha say Charles Festival.
Kwabra nyame ni mokumase. Maybe amini manu sia no. Kwabra nyame ni mokumase. Si. Enti se ma nhwe ni yie na said ye mo kwaso amudi bia.
Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Abusua no pay yama wachi de waba adom asa nenso obey Asempa 94.7 FM so say be frado mo be ni ho nti normal yeda wase say waje bre na utie anopa nso yeda onyankropon ase wo nadom ene ne humobro a wode adom yen wabie adom prama ye biem say enenso ensema hodo a atoto todwa na wotwe ne mu nyina no yensan mesi hu nkonwa ensi na brekutire ewo Kukurantumi dwumadi so anopen na wotwe ensem bebre asisi de brebema kwan no yebesan atitim na yedidi hu enkomo biem na anopen mefa enase soronko ema me producers Dominic Siyebo a Kwakuchum ena afi Jackson na chese womo na ebo mechi dom anopai ame de abrewo dwumede abrewo Kukurantumi dwumedi sanso ena yewo ya affiliate stations bi nom etese about radio ewo UK a womo nyina nso so efa Kukurantumi dwumedi ede enemu ene anopai na ensema hodo a anopai yebeboboso no bi sei okun kese ya ekoso ewo Ukraine ene Russia ntem we wahwe ya babisa se na Ukraine ene Russia na ekonenka Ghana de isimu sei ai bedi hu nkomo ezase yedi san nkomo no frise ye kasai Ghana fo adehye ewo Ukraine school fo wom ene adehye bi omokran so ka se wo ekwa kope bibi abafie ne abusua bedi ewom sesei abane se esese ye pekwan bi faso ne yi wo mo free Ukraine ho na ye ne ka se Ukraine remusen tu sesei enti se ye kofo maba ye mayi mu no ekwan ba ne ye befa so esese de esese wo mo de to fom enante ena wo mo akopiem ewo Poland na no achi no se befa wo mo ho adwene a ya fa mo ho adwene Everise enra free anopa no amu kopem ebese awia no mienu ne no me nsantem no na eye Russia aban ne nasrafo ebo pini Ukraine eye wo mo capital no mo bo pini wo mo no mo bo pini wo mo enti ye ka say Ukraine na de hye na nkasa no Poland abai de abetudwa se enra bese donhwere miensantem no na emu adehye empem aduonu nkron 29000 na wo mapiem ewo Ukraine eye Poland emanum ya Ghana fo nso wo mo ko school wo ho ya adehye no nso so ebidi atofom wo mo nso nemu a wo mo kro enti yentumi ntra hanka se Ukraine ene Russia na enyanti enka ho asem ebiem Ghana nso kra no ene Russia nanka nkitahudie bi koso anenke ye pe gas ede afiri honom enti asemi nso ba ye no UN release a statement kire se wo mu nyina tai Ukraine chi bo Russia sobo na UN ko no so Ghana ka ho bi enti eba ne se ya ye ne Russia nso ntemu nkitahudie a ne sese koso ma yenya gas kra nso efiri ho no ebekwa akosisen Wesunti na ye esese ye ne wone a wonimu de ewo aman ne aman temu nkitahudie ne niema pa etumi pie firi mu ba ne bia ekoba ne senso a emu nsunsanso bone betumi aba beka aman ahodo no yedi mu nkomo ne yewese enti Ghana eka UN ho na yakọ release statement ese ye tai Ukraine chi na yebo Russia subuei ebeba bekan ya na kan ye ne a the magnitude emuduro no sen ene bet enti enano pay yebedi en ho nkomo anopa yebesa di jutak etuate ya wotiye na enano adwuada wode betu udwa se watwe asensen enti afedie wo mo ko school makwa akokyera de ekowie akire no Legon branch UTAC ede betu just University of Education womo so de womo de eba so womo nte ase aye ka say lecturers no mu ohamu nchemu aduoson en emiensa 73% en womo de atudwa se dabi atuate no womo nyoma dwene se womo de beba wieye ne no na UTAC fo pa kire yese no sesei na anade betemu o makọ court ebenada nti no no omo nim so omo be court am yakọchi omo contempt enti na wo mo boapa ede betu udwa se wo matwe atuate na sensen na omo court ne ba abenada no e na omo so abeda na omo no aka kire ye se wo mo enti ase ne tese no ani hwen Every media me wanwane say National President Edema UTAC Ekuno se onne eye Dr. Nunu se Professor Nunu ho Legon no wo meboa na wono no de omde asam ne betu udwa no eye neck eco meeting no a womde betu udwa no a wom na se National President se ne neck ekuno odi mutintimai pa na meboa wom wosem decisions bia neck ebe take no wo mu bi enti aye dan ene wotena ho ma wo mu take sa decision ne say wo ma twe atuate na sensen no obedru ne campus ewo Legodi a wo mo beka kire ye say wo mo ntiase ne no eye enadai ana yempe kwa bi mfa so a ye kopie court ebenada no a yebenye tire didim ne ye babonte a na che say no we no age say yedi hu nkomo na Ghana fo nso kire omadwene se UTAC ekuo no edie pa na sesei wo mo hwehwe what are they up to edie ya enti baby aye koyi se wo se wonte ase court no se mremu no labor laws no mu no eni kwan se wote atua na wasi nkonwa enti fatuate ne bra wieye na fa munya kwan si nkonwa na se wo se wonya na no se wo hwehwe bibi ana se wo hwehwe bibi anase se yemu UTAC kwanti yemu mra no so nati atua ne ensan enimu ensi eyi enko negotiations anase ena UTAC pa akire na no student president your friend is Abrante ne twetwe nkomo na wotwe etwa mu no Ghana USAC, Ghana Association of University Students. Who said na was say afraid de woma brewom. Sa na no wo paakere woma brewom. Se ade ba ye nyina ye tamochi se aban no na ada ye ne dɔɔso nanso so se obo ose bebreba ye kugya wo etomre bi ne se wo ye bibi ne se nipa ne taa wachi ne taa wachi ne taa wachi ne se wo se enti ye da ye ho ne ye so wudi bem nanso so ye ntua na mo se na ase wuntia ye gyawo ne ye gyawo ma de opese wo ye ho bia no wo ye enti anopei yene ya papa nom ye maame nom UTAG members ye lecturers papa bia moa na mutinti mre se de na no na kwasko aten kan na moa na mutinti mre ni mre se de mu kyekire mu fa na moa kasa tinti mra se obi ntimi enko eye strike na at the same time no one sign enko negotiations table ho no monhwe na muni so saa emfamai na Ghana emra no ye nyina na ye behwe ama system no aweke ye nyina na ye behwe ama system no aweke se ya anye ne saa ekwaye wo ne yese wo de aye wanti ye tumra na gum na hwan ne yemfa nkodi no hwan ene yemfa nkodi no enti yutak wo madawroma yenhwe na ensensemi ana mekeke kenye na chese Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration womo so de ensem apiedi wo ho na nyese ni nyina afa bambo ho nsem ho ene entokwa ekokosu enra nso so na Ghana mampani say ye ka bambo ho nsem de a sade ye sub region yankasemu no ebibre mato ha sei abantugo nso ama ne muso no nti no ewo se yenso ye de bambo etututu yie efri se mpani se okoto se gya eda oyonko abodwuse mu a esese okosa bi na emfa nkosi udie no wo fa de ni hyempreko enti yenso ye de niema etututu yie enti mampani yenya ships enan ye de ama Ghana Navy ese wo nso mfa hwe na yensuo no so no territorial we no waters no wonfa enkohwe na woma bambo ni akone abasa wo eposo sebe ya ese nipa bonefo bi pese wo fa poso bedi wo man ya aboa bedi wo man ya wu a wo mo betumi ehunu nti enei enra ena sa ships enan no ye dane ye edema Ghana Navy ewo takrade atoye mantemu eno so anopai ye behwe na ye didi hu nkomo se aso emumu wa ye de emumfaso de ye de ana eno nko na ye hia na sese ye koye nimbi eka ho ye borders na hodo no a ye jeje agum no a enipa wura no amu wura mu alata yafoi wura no amu wura mu wo fa bakina wura no amu wura mu to sese ba no omo ba na omeye tiye ewo bambo emu nsemu de eno so yebedi eho enkomo na wonim se na wochi enka yebesimu no March busumi nso a yebewuramu nenka esese ne de etosumi ensa mampani ede state of the nation address ekomra se bedwam enso yese yetu agu indefinite ya afei na sedate fufuro bi aba ye de betu yanim ede na ede sa na emai eba oman ne tibia tesen ahoboa na nsi ye anase ilevia sesei ehun nsama ye deja wo mrase bedwam ntia ede na ekoso de na ekoso Ghana sesei oman no ye gina baabi baako oman no agina baabi baako ye nkoye nim ene ye meyachie ye gina faako na se obaye kura wan hwe abaka sese ye chimpo ene ye ko eno susu ye hunu entinenka ye hwe ni musa mampani 3rd March enkode oman no yen sema hodo sese ye gina pen ekwa akoto mrahye badwafo anim ne ye hunu si ye koye anim o si ye be ye chi o si ye gina faako o ne ye hunu eno susu ne ye se ye to ahye edakora ye nim potenya ye de ma ye kopem se mpanimfo besa akosi nkonwa dwendwene bi fro eno ne se deputy majority leader ye wo mrahye badwam yewura Alex Afenyomakin ena wode asemi atudwa na edien ena bema na kwakoba ne se baabi esese wo man ejina paa no State of the Nation address senka yehunu ni yehunu ye bobra nkasa no eno nso so yebetu asensen ese yehunu ba bia ilevi da ye de ko ene kwan a ye fa so aka ho nsemi eno nso anopai yebedi hu enkomo abusua wo so benya kwan na wo de wadwenkyere aba Asempa Kukurantumi dwumadi so ene anopai ebrepemu no na chese yebesan abiefo lance no na wadwena wo no wadwenkyere ene program na abetie nyina wodu so de wodie abeka ho anopai de atwea butentim nana akua echampoma asafo du meji akonwa no de ama ABY akua boacho yi adom na ono nso obepiem ewo adom TV na wotwe mu nsem dwumadie so dwumadie no edoso ha pa enti na ho a na chese swap abebe mu saa enti sei ena nopa no anopai ye ne edi dwuma no de afa enti yeguso na yebefrase atwetwe enkomo de afa Ukraine ene Russia bambo ho nsem tokwa asode Ghana fo ya adehye akoka ho ya sabre wonam ewo eye wo munam romu na odi dwane ekọ Poland no ye kwa akohwese de ho nsem esitie mpani a wo mka bi yeye anoba ye omde be mo Ghana fo de afa kwan amofa so abo ya adehye a wo mo ewo Ukraine no ho eban Abusuan sabre de mamini kan fa de obonkrata ahodo no a aba be pepe ha se no mu nsem emawo ansa na yefrase akọ yenkomo twetwe ahodo no so se de medikan de atodwa no enra mampani kopie mu ewo eye atoyamantem takrade ema ekowi akire no wiemu msi wiemu sen shape ahodo a wakoto de ma Ghana Navy wo mo ekopa ahontoma edane ema wo mo na shape no wode omai yensuo nsuo ahodo edin na atoto so na ti edin no Ghana Navy ship Volta, Ghana Navy ship Densu, Ghana Navy ship Pra, Ghana Navy ship Ankobra ai anto anya bi Ghana Navy ship anto anya bi enti sese de ewo ho no mampani se wenu nyina ye ne womo ede boa sebe ya ye bambo ho nsem no ebetumi agina ne naso eyi na afe yetumi abo oman ho ban yentra oma nipamofo metwen hye yenso ansana yakohwe kwan befa so a yebebo ye ho eban enu nti na eneyi mampani ekasa na wode atodwa se kwan bia so no obehwe nso na waboa se bibia isfa bambo enhye mu esase wode ma Ghana Armed Forces ema omtimi de bo oman ho bra no ni nyina nso wombeye papa sebeya yebetumi atenase asomdwe mu na se ne wunua bancha pese bi kura na abenya awudi a watumi edi ne yie wabra obi emechesiu anaso obi emeto wonkwa so awire enti we no anopai the Ghanaian Times na ofa ya wode aba ya wobo ho amane na wose sojani ene enipa miensa bi na zamigina Ghanaian Times kratafa to so emiensa ho na we no headline ya edanimu ho a ha no akruhye di agu sojani bi ene enipa miensa ya woka no ho ya makopiem wasenie bia Accra Circuit Court adan ya kwadu yede ebo wo mo ne se wo mo efa ekwambone so edi eyi etuo ehu edwa wɔmfa kwambɔne so edi etuo ho dwa na wɔn nie Corporal Arafat Kunde ɛna Mahama Makbul Nancy Ashon ɛna James Mawena wɔn ɛne saa nipa yi a wɔn tɔn atuo ɛwɔ mayim ya wɔn ho kɔdi nsɛnsɛm wɔ apolisifoɔ mu ɛnano yɛde wɔn akɔ asɛnniebea akɔgyina court ama court yɛabɔ nkɔ adu Deputy Superintendent of Police Sylvester Starry ɛna bɔ wɔn kɔ adu a court dwamtani nso ahyɛ sɛ March 16th and the best to our more ascending no so enti eno so no na Aite Powers yes no so ye the na court visa fraud or the wako dobrim 45,000 Ghana cedis and Aite Powers so eden ho akodobrim Michael Aite Okan dodo no anim say Aite Powers sa na efre no waye kuturukuboni ewo o my Ghana mu ono so ekopie mo Kanishie District Court na sobo ede abonu ni so wodi fraud enkrofo as 45,000 Ghana cedis say visa obetimi aboa ama wo mo anya bi eno na wo twetwetwetwe a ose visa contractor ya okɔgye Australian visa de ama wo mo anya yie enti nipa no ani sika nso akwakodi adwamu no John Kwabran Blessing wante ase ene kyese otabiri ne de no kɔ ye ne Aite Power egina ho wɔ court no na owura bia ono so anya mfinsia aduonum emiensa ono so dwadini ena ono so yese ne yere eba 12 years akwa ni say pasa waye ne pasa ma ene ono so ne ho akoka adwamu a yede no ekoro na yakobo no kwadu na anopai Ghanaian Times ensem a wode enam ebi ena mabobo so no na seyefa Daily Graphica ono so anope na semnie ose oman museum sawodo na ye woni nyina yato na jeje mu ama na ye bibie ho ni nyina esei eno na empanidi ato dwase sese de wayimu maako enkron ya wo siesie aye ne kama no kra na anya hwe kra no match busu mu de na chese wo mo de bibia akọ awiye eno no enti yenkwan na yenkodi enkomo ewo ahoma no so na sese de yenua Pius Theophilus Beidu NUS secretary for international relations no secretary for international relations and the any bedi nkomo ni nyina fa sesei ye kasuafo de a na so woko school no ewo Ghana ha woko school no ewo ewiase afana baabia no na wasem eye wo mo asem efrise suafo a wo Ghana ene ewiase afana baabia ena wo mo nsoso edi ema wo mo gina ho de ma wo mo ntini aba ewo Ukraine no na chese Ghana suafo makopi mo ho nsoso wo mo ho aka enti yenkohwei ni ni nkomo emisa se sesei yeso musai Pius anopa ye mo achemba Kukurantumi dwumadi so wo Asempa
yo atom me
megidi se osore anopa ho ye
but me here as compared to Banyan that good news Kukurantumi okay
ye de rade ase enti se good news na monsa aka na ama oho akentene wo kakra no ene sen boyemu efri se ye nyina ye to ye yem hihye ye se ye nuanom a wakoso okoto wa adesua so ewo Ukraine na enei okokese asode na sese wiemuse kurantu ene nka Ghana ye de pressure egu abai so se ne kofa ya de hye bre ye na sese wo monante wo monamuromu ene apiepie mu Poland ene miami ahodo akobo mu adwa no good news na apie mu no ene ne wo hin
Asempa FM.
yeah no pay me chia California good news kaka for Ukraine and
Payoso we dey megidi se woda sore ye ncheye enti ase wo mene mu ho no promu kakra ma me se be ya ye betimi ate won kan yi
you California good news kaka and start and so yeah
ena wo me ntumi hu se woda sore ye no se wo se o bedroom ho se wapia bontin ase ahoma na etwetwe kakra tinka bia wo tene ho ko benkuma na nifa wa de tene bo ko baby na me
ye kakra
nya me yadum me se de ye
aha si me so na me se Asempa in yanra the students no no one kasa dada which means they make it certain bus arrangement into your mobile me bus your call Romania any Poland border into answering now Ghana
Pius, wahoma no da so twetwe si onti enkomo no mente won ka papa bia. Sansa mse me ne etiefo ni nyina. Ana ma yensan fro bi mu wai. Yenua eye Piles ena na homa ne yepese ne di yese de emse oya kan yakoma to yeyem kakra a kire yese ensempa kakra bi apie afri yenuanom na wo mo Ukraine no nchen aba enti eno ne yepese oboye mu eyie ma yehunu se enti yeda ye na anase yenye den na yenhwe kwan a yebetimi afa so a Ghana ni disie bia ho nkoba asem ewo saa ade ya esi na nsa ntokoya ekoso ewo Ukraine ene Poland entem nenso obey ene Russia entem no enti Pius asaba yenko Pius yemo akwa ababiem me pacho yenko so e
ti na me ka se mpaka ka yaka fiti enra ne no related it's no students from Ukraine no momone Ghana mus apan ene leaders no utimi I the Brenham Poland and Hungary and Romania as of in Brenham Romania and border but in the the government
Pius anope dem se yenkomo twetwe no ahoma ne se de si ye nemoa papa emwa pra na wankasa nso mpaja woninum kakra maame se de me pe no na etwetwe sisa se enti yentumi nya ensam na woka no ensisi so mayen
okay
ana wo number foforo bi anke be frɛ wasiso a so obechia ho kakra so anasa baabi a wo no be position kakra ma ye ya
me position me ho im se okay section
okay mpacha wo de kasa na yenhwe
okay but now me ka say information for Ukraine is a student we now a movie from Ukraine baby want to connect so move Poland
Asempa FM
Hungary and Romania on border you know an which me confirm say be a student a bina Hungary and Romania Poland there mentioned that any here from Poland because the last information is that kind of the Bina Poland border no more share to me in a coin every more. But as at now, the Czech crying from Ukraine, which is very, very good news for us.
Pius yenhwe se baby a wotie any data ekita wo no which are Ghana ye wo students bed do say ene wo Ukraine sabri.
Okay. But data ne for the dignity and say 1,000 students Nana age there. Mentioned rough figure, but and here I mean that to do on a movie from Ukraine to bus arrangement Ghana, but any looks Ukraine for yes arrangement. You do on a movie. Not be now so for eating side with the panel but to me a bus arrangement any train far KTK to me a call other cities now western side no could share other national they say Nigeria for any I think other countries let me put it that way movie a call Poland Romania and Hungary you know what I say
Enti enipa 1000 na yenya wo no na se ye ndete kita ye kire se wo mo dodo eye bese apem no
Asempa
ye
FM.
betumi akase se de wo mo nyina eye save wo mo free Ukraine capital ho ana
Yeah, I can say do wanna because in case I heading yes every time before, but more me gadom yeah we movie echo countries at body and pay minimum bidding more na it me a numbers more to me movie almost aka Ghana about na movie across these countries. So you movie for Poland, Romania, and Hungary. It is very easy for Ghana buying to send let's say everything to go and pick them up because Ghana buying countries more very good diplomatic relations. It's just a
Pius was say no wo ne se nukes mo ne senka wo matimi movie afri akọ Hungary ne Poland ne ade de kemfo mo mra fiansa ana senka yempe baabi wo ho na wo mo emmo mo adwa kakra nsa na ne yenhwe kire se emu badwa mo makoto mo adesua so ana se mususu se ye do mo ba fiankeye
you say you do be fear okay I think that she share card that queen say back for more hungry back for more abafi because me sure say arrangements where Ghana for ever feel comfortable in these countries because if you want to come there when you be country you are termed as a refugee who journey into Kwasana.
Asempa FM.
You say refugee, yeah, sometimes they share and share and your papa, sir. Indeed, Kebayan came in formally and mafia. So, Bafia, na Bibia, Edric, Ukraine, my more. I say, Omobi, Omsuku, and I share now Omotukushi idea.
so far monya ntie ne enkra bi se Ghana asuafo ni bi wo ho arba bi a wo mo hye no wo mo ahu yehia mu pa na se ebi ade to wo mo no ani eya
earlier before yasaka news na yetete say students in the na say omubia ne di heading kakra food shortages because in Tokonisi before a movie bebre ekututu onyama from shops intina omudi di omu na heading kakra and intieso nya ne say gasa ya omudi iti omunsuo omudi hiti omu rooms omudi ediane so you know can say gas mabio because the government of Ukraine omu kraga efi Russia I know can say ya any Russia in Ukraine so kwa esi omuntem ntina ama awo no because it's in so now the temperature there is about 2 degrees. I won't yeah, student to movie could do Ukraine sorry, what I say complaints and I say not yeah more and remo because they are not EU citizens. I think the European almost should be say we are EU citizen which we rule most of the countries but they call for almost EU citizens. It's not
Asempa FM.
Poland. See now, I'm about dumping our border. I also service you but when you're in CSA Twitter.
Pius yen free way na sa brede yenya ne sa no de na chese yakoma ebetimi ato yem kakra na yenhwe ye Ghana adesuafo a wonnom wo amawodo so a wo mo sua de no nenti a yenya no chese enipa no be se asuafo no be mpimienu na sesei wo mo issue statement ese wo mo ko lectures any adeɛ kora library ni adeɛ a ɛden fi sɛ sika ɛsɛ Ghana ban ɛde ma wɔ mo ɛma wɔ mo de bi yɛ nneɛma ehia no yɛmfa ma wɔ mo emu nsɛm no emu no korɛ te sɛn
ɛno nso yɛ information a abɛtɔ yɛn nan so nwura yɛne aban yɛdi nkɔmmɔ nwura sɛ nke bɛyɛ nka aban hwɛ na mo nyɛ bibi mfa ho because student yi ɔmo they are under government scholarship through the scholarship secretariat here because so mo ni sika sana na ma do hye mo ayɛ basabasa kakra but information na so yɛ gather ya yɛnsa kan sɛ yɛayɛ nim sɛ aban amusika sɛm ɛwɔ fam kakra yi levy ho nsɛmsɛm ne adeɛ nti na aban no msimi a ɛne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ na ɔsɛ kɛbɛyɛ anka yɛho mo mmerɛ kakra na monhwɛ na montotɔ mo nneɛma yie na they'll get back to us nti yɛn look so yɛma wɔ mo 1 week ne so a ɛbɛsan so ɛdi akyire ama students yɛne students ɔmo gu so ɛdi mo sɛ nka ɛbɛyɛ anka ɛhyɛ nkɔmmɔ nya abokyerɛ 1 week in
Asempa FM.
And make sure the government release funds some.
na wohwɛ a 1 week na mode ama aban no enough a mo emu arehyɛmu sɛ asuafo no betumi enye sika no efiri sɛ yɛka sɛ nipa no bi best 20 countries a mo Europe na Asia mo sua de no wɔn nyinaa na wɔn akɔ ahoyehia mu na wohwɛ ensam na ɔmde ba na kyɛ sɛ last quarter ne nyinaa na kyɛ sɛ sika no akeka mu saa de bɛpem ene ya yewu mu enti 1 week no kɔso na sɛ nhyehyɛ mo ne aban na anasa kasa mo ne aban ka no hwe mpia mfiri mu a na kwan bɛn so ɛna mo nua no betumi asua ɔmade aba efie tɔɔten
ɛnu deɛ ɛno ne yɛ nhyehyɛ a nkɔmmɔ ani ɔmo di yɛ mmra nhyehyɛ a ɛbɛgu akwan mu no sɛ 1 week deɛ sabɛtɛn sika no because aban sika no ayɛ huhu kakra Ministry of Foreign Affairs NRA yɛnyanenteɛ sɛ ɔmo ne scholarship secretariat for ɛyɛ meeting ɛwɔ ntɛm a yɛyɛ discuss here and also meeting na sɛ no ne pie mu ne sɛ within 1 week yɛbɛhwɛ ministry no bɛhwɛ ɛne student leaders bɛhwɛ na ɔmusa akɔ mu sika nti 1 week yɛ no ana ɛde bɛyɛ adwuma after 1 week yɛmpɛ sɛ ebi a yɛbɛka sɛ you are going on demonstration anaasɛ yɛyɛ sɛ that 1 week na ɔmde ama yɛn na no ana yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma yɛde ani bɛdi akyire make sure sɛ aban ɔbɛyɛ nefata
ene pious na me show se sie ya we de na ma nkɔmɔ a me sa akɔmachi yasesa ye yadehye bi akɔpie mu Poland ene Hungary ne ade no se yase yɛmfo mo mra fie dia na nhyehyɛ mu no ebre ban na sese yefrase elefte wo mo
ni ya but ne kusi ni sɛ yɛpɛsɛ nka dodoɔ na etumi egada wo mu nyinaa na any omuba sisiano we don't really have the numbers you mean say the half in those countries and I say be parka be 700 or 800 na saka nti yanko for more looks Ukraine or more still 80 numbers no many students no did to get their information to know movie outside Ukraine and also aka. I think within this weekend, you get concrete data and information. Na somebody am buying so I fata.
Pius anope no wase ese woje bre ene adaje na oni yedi nkomo na wode asem den so abre yese de enema nyina ekoye Ghana yadehye no a wo mo ewo Ukraine no omo ebambo no bibi enema etututu yi bibi asibie mu ne se bibi enso ekoso a yebesan ba ne abehwe de ye nyina ebe ya yebetumi aboa sebe ya yenuanom no wɔn betumi anya wɔn tototo de aba yɛde wasepa mu yɛn nua bɛma Pius Theophilus Bedu ɔyɛ NUX secretary for international relations ɛna kyɛ sɛ wɔn egu so ne yɛn nuanom na wɔn ekɔ school wɔ Ukraine no edi nkitaho saa sɛ bɛyɛ a wɔn bɛhu sɛ wɔn ɛbanbɔ no gyina brane sɛ bɛyɛ wɔn bɛhu sɛ wɔn nyinaa no aboa ɛhwɛ sɛ wɔn ne Ghana ban so edi nkitaho so yɛde wɔn bɛbɛ fie ama wɔn abɛpɛ wɔn baabi atransa na sɛ nneɛma mu dwu a wɔn asan akɔ akɔto wɔn adesua so yɛda aban so ase sɛ kwan bi yɛsɛ sɛ ɔde fa so ɛma yɛn nuanom no wɔn etumi bɛka yɛn nsa no wɔn bɛka yɛn nsa wɔ asomdwem mɛka wɔ sɛ ɛnɛ anɔpɛ twitwiritwiri bi aba Facebook no Facebook streaming no nti YouTube ɛna yɛwɔ mesrɛ wɔ abɛtumi akɔ na wɔne yɛn adi dwuma yi wɔ YouTube wɔbɛhwɛ yɛn wɔ hɔ nom nti hyɛ no nso saa ɛma me Asempa 94 Asempa FM live YouTube no Asempa FM live na kyɛ sɛ wonya yɛ hɔ na wohwɛ yɛn wɔ hɔ mesrɛ wɔ na megu so de obokrata no mu ensɛm no ba ansa na mekɔ ne Pius atwetwe nkɔmmɔ no na anɔpɛ daily guide enso deɛ a wɔde baayɛ no NPP for wɔn saa gye wɔn ho nsere ne biem wɔn gye wɔn ho menua biem ɛyɛ polling station election keke a wɔn bɛyɛ no ɛno nso so bɛhwɛ yi ɛno nso wɔn hyɛ offices wɔn paapa nkonnwa wɔn bɔ atwɛdeɛ ɛna ano yɛsɛ yɛ nipa ni bɛhwɛ okumawu gyae koro n'ani ɛda ne butu yɛ na nya asɛm ketewa koraa ne nyinaa yɛ ɛna ano deɛ kɔɔ wɔn ani wɔ 2020 no wɔn amfamu aba ɛsɛ so wɔn agu so ɛde ɛyɛ nomination forms hyɛ wɔn motuom ɛde kɔ bathroom ne adeɛ nya sa 2022 2020 yɛ kɔtɔ aba no saa na wɔn de yɛ ademunu nkum tema former MP sorry mampon former MP no yeso wɔn okodware kora ne hyɛ ne motuom sɛ bɛyɛ a obi ɔmɛtwe bi mfiri mu ɛno na didi mu ene wɔn awie wɔn nkotodwa anim ɛwɔ no parliament no still asa wɔn hyɛda ɛmfa aba bi mfiri mu polling station elections ɛno nomination forms kora nipa no bi atotɔ atua kadada si obi a opese okobi no wɔmra mefa no ɛno so kora yɛ de asie ɛno so kora no so akɔda ne manso Asempa ni make as a party nso wɔn sɔre a wɔn si yenye ye nkrofo odidi gya yenye bi ni enti ye kora ye gyae enso still eba elections so a wɔn sa ɛko ho enti ɛno nso so ɛno no ɛna anɔpɛ daily guide ɛde ho nsɛm aba yɛsɛ ne party secretary yɛsibri no ama ɔno nso so ehun sɛ yɛ amanfo adwa so wɔn nso wɔn pɛ positions ɛwɔ party no enti ɛno nso so enie help government to pay workers Bagben ɛna ne wɔ kasɛn na wɔsɛ mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ wɔn mo a wɔsa bai ebetumi atua adwumayɛfoɔ ka o kwan bɛɛ so sɛ ɛyɛ deɛ 11 no mo hwɛ na mo mpaase anase kwan bɛɛ so na mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ betumi aboa ama abai atua adwumayɛfoɔ kan ɛyɛ asɛm sɛ abai no sikasɛm paa deɛ ɛɛden na me deɛ da bia meka me sɛ yɛanhwɛ ne yie paa na budget yi yɛtwetwe ne kɔ akɔpie March ending mu a ahokyere bɛsi Ghana no hwɛ ahokyere bɛsi Ghana no enye asɛm ketewa koraa yɛbɛbrɛ yɛbɛsɔfa paa enti ɛno no na yɛnkɔe na yɛnsan kɔdi nkɔmɔ foforo ɛwɔ Ukraine ɛne Russia ntɔkwa yi mu sɛdeɛ na meyɛ intro no na medi kan aka no na meka sɛ yɛkasa deɛ sɛ yɛba amama ntem nkitahodie ne ayɔnkofa a wɔnhwɛ yɛ abɛka sɛ enka Ukraine ne Russia na enyo masɛm na Ghana deɛ fa yɛn ho bɛyi ɛfa yɛn ho ɛfiri sɛ Ghana kora ne nkeɛ ne Ukraine egusu edi nkitaho si ebenya gas Russia edi nkitaho si ebenya gas efiri honom nti egusu ana yedi sa nkitaho no ebiem enti nkitahodie no gusu a ekoso ansa na Ukraine ne Russia ntoko ya befrase yi a UN so wa Ghana ka ho bie yakọ issue statement ese yeta Ukraine fo achi ene yenso ye pe gas de free Russia for ho enti eba ne sei a ayonkofa kwan so no Ekwan ben na ebeko atia yen ewo ye ne say Ukraine no ese Russia entem ayonkofa ekwan so na yewura eye Farouk Al Wahab won de say ba ye ne amamantem nkitahodie enem sede ye toto niema wo yobi a waben wo mpa na ye ne ni nkomo enhwe say Ghana emusunsanso no ebeye papa mayen ana ebeye bone ene de amayen yewura no pe wote menka ye moache ba Kukurantumi dwumedie so Asempa
Bacham Jimso.
anope mejidi ye se oho ye wanya kokko bi abona no pen
Adenchi.
ei
Ubisa koko ni se me pepe ni nkra.
o debi se anope dia se breakfast na anye kokko a e wo se ye tea bi on na me se tea se me no na se me ye twa ahwe
Ala ofiko.
Debi
So there no breakfast ni appreciate.
debi kra de me de fufu ezi baba anope sa de nche wo de me wi na me matobi na me de abrew
Me fa me mpacho.
wo baje ho
Mpacho me.
Me da se.
Ya ka ko se ka ho.
na metwa brodum na me de asem
Na me na ho.
openi anope yenhwe Ukraine ene Russia entokwa
Yes.
said na America no obi obaka say na ne we ye fagana ho bai ebia ne se yesuafo akoka ho yi a ye pekwan de ombebai se esuafo no kra pa ho a amaman ne amaman ntem nkitahodie no ye ne Ukraine ene Russia ye ntem nkitahodie no etesei ena ehunsunsanso bone se ne papa a ede bebre ye no eye den
Okay.
Asempa FM.
I hope say more just a small time because some of the topics, is appropriate say for the nitty gritty because so Ghana Airways and some of the views are security experts so called and Ghana international relations experts so called putting out there now. I'm here to say most of their stories in Yemen is a little bit too outrageous, and some of them I would say not correct. And here now, correct impression so that the listeners say a more the kind of so fierce. I be say there's a third world war looming before the world and all that. It is not true.
And my answer is
the point is that Ukraine, not a part of Russian Federation. The Russian Federation and your friend USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Now the bigger towns and I said the bigger republics than you know was Ukraine, Georgia, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and then Belarus. Okay? These were the alliance now almost formed the Soviet republics and from the USSR. Now, no, our countries, and as our republics, no member joining joining the USSR. No, be as our the parliament. And the parliament, then one the friend SSR, Socialist Soviet Republic, which is called Russia and the Union. And to Ukraine, I'm sorry, Prokope, and obtain free Russia. And Ukraine independence now on man on one when August 1991. Russia one consult to Russia. That is a fact. But that time it was made possible because Afghanistan and one of the first countries that is on the Russia. But only the Union of America for SSH and Omkoti Muhajirin rebels and Romadebakoye and Russia for after all Afghanistan be bien Momokoye. But Ukraine there, Russia the powerhouse. The kind powerhouse the arsenals, the warheads, the nuclear, the common and in a town called Chernobyl. And in 1985, now the Union, I have a friend, the Communist Party of Soviet Union, CPSU, and then running the whole Russia Federation now. Almost a chairman and a secretary near friend Mikhail Gorbachev. Gorbachev, and no you pro-West, Nana Russia for Nimisa. Meaning say, no, democratic dispensation. So Russia for only a communist system, no only a communist parties, no. It is the China Communist Parties, no me and CPP. Now, Gorbachev be a president, or be a president in a pay, and I or say, power Kremlin, Moscow, the other republics in so power is too much. In the sanity there, Yema republics in soon form as a country. No soon craft flag. In the basse, Omko UN security, Omko UN, Nekobasi vote to Bibia. Omobenya more countries to back up the Russia because Russia now alone is a superpower. I know fighting on the Security Council that are not China and Cameroon, near the United Kingdom, France, America, and then Russia. Not China and them. And it's about so much vote to be a UN Secretary General. Russia can be entry. A Kobasi Bia, you say malaria and Africa. Yakwa kubu majum sika to malaria drua. Menu to you malaria drew free Russia. But Omsu best. Nina Abofono, other countries in Avo to America and UK for no media mom hospitals, no mujiska. A woman at China Babeka, into Russia being an ally, but even with that, now 5 against 2. Now, or this idea in the Bayano, and Russia, Soviet Union, not just any Asempa. And when we started the republics, we are Swateno. But Ukraine and Casadie, now Russia and will be free federation because Russia property be in Tunia, Kudia, as we speak. God they call World War, Cold War 1, Cold War 2, Nina, good Ukraine. And Omutium, Adana, Nom started to Omutum board out Russia. But because now Mikhail Gorbachev, wow, pursue. Interestingly, no, Russia for nuclear arsenals now never Chernobyl, no. Mikhail Gorbachev be a president 85. 1986, you done one time, boom, that the whole Chernobyl arsenal in ashe. Until the friend the Chernobyl disaster. Edena ashe. Like a union for ya, yenti moving too much, or Musha no Makosia there. Mikhail Gorbachev one condemn. At that time, no Ukraine a part of the Socialist Republic, no USSR new member. A mayor obey a president 1986, no, edu 91, and a Russia for say no. The way all can who go Europe, that or D or idea and say republics in Titan Home, and Romutuno 1981. Omtu Gorbachev 81, Omtu Nano, the same year na Ukraine said on your member beam, and a Ukraine at 10. But who came? They'll buy any Boris Jensen. Boris Jensen no answer so your heart. Into no name but two Gorbachev from the Margaret Thatcher and Reagan in the big deal and a Boris Jensen as also any Clinton a best here. And Clinton was a hardcore diplomat, very efficient diplomat. He was able to convince Boris Jensen to relax and will allow it into Georgia Swatino, Belarus Swatino, Swatino, all happened in the hands of President Clinton and Boris Jensen. At that time, no Putin, no your mayor. What I said, your friend said Moscow, and he wasn't happy with what was happening. But he was a young man, no one need too much of political power or Communist Party. No, when Timanya and Obabe had the KGB, and also started say no, acquire Russia for mark federations in Mekokono, and yes, and to raise this campaign and a Russia for Koto Abamano in 1999. Like I said, about years in China, the NBA, or so power in the moon. That very day now, over the year president, I don't know what year decrease, a friend, the 14 decrease by Putin. And 8 of them say will be the economy of Russia. Name them 4 of them, no, part of it said, by the time so be in term, or be making sure, say, federations no matter to they have to come back to the Russia. And then they have to form the USSR. Federations no matter they will not be allowed to join the NATO. But the NATO near 30 members, your friends, a military force of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So woman be members, Russia be defeated in a way, say or be naked. And to say Ukraine, nim Russia and Tokwa, nim Russia war, when a Russia and Nema may be he will not allow Ukraine ever to be a member of the NATO. Now, Ukraine for the cleverness and the European Union for also the cleverness. You who now Oma apply for European Union membership to become an EU member country. Are you for the amount 24 in next 2 years? What does it mean? What it means is the gas now here Russia the main source of income on the supply Germany. 70% to 80% of Russia gas supply is Germany, Holland, France, Belgium, other Middle European countries. In the home union Sika. But Ukraine be a member country of the European Union. Also so gas in Russia gas in Yaniti Honewo. And also so our border with the European Union because we're Poland border. And to confine gas in Russia, what be Pompiama woman at a cheaper cost. And where is Russia? Now, be a problem. That is also the second problem. The second problem, third problem is a town called Crimea. Crimea no at the border of Ukraine with Russia. Now, Crimea form the hardcore communist old Russian society, and I say Russian people. And almost say, almost from Ukrainians, almost person be joining part of Ukraine. And to put in way the fire call. In the example, I'm the man say, Ghana for a tea aflawo.
Oh, Matuas, Matuas,
now almost a person to police.
Matuas,
Togo for my farm, a hot and a problem by Inti, Omutiamono. And Russia putting back Ukraine say, Omun declares our Crimea for a independent country. Sad woman at your mono. So Montia said, yeah, a crumb of what's one person part of Russia. And the Ukraine said that because that time near anti-Russia president, and I will move in and also no waji into Okoje Crimea 2014. 2014 na Oje Crimea no na Putin no wako the first 2 terms na wi Ediama Medvedev. Wadima Medvedev no and also by 2014, 2012 or by 2014 and Okoje Crimea and will build the human war. Says 1 2 war crime family country there. One many past 700,000 passports 1D at the Crimea for say Monto Ukraine passport to Momaji a Russia passport or Demaum and which me adopt using that to present to United Nations and confirm class Ukraine for them 700,000 women had the passport and I hope the Russian control zone even though in Ukraine land and once so until Ukraine for echo apply to be a member of NATO officially na Putin the 14 decrees in say so Ukraine cry a member country on her own since 1991. They will never be allowed to join NATO because obetim the Russia babekum. And the NATO forces and two in 2014. Time now called adopted called J Crimea and almost sanction. Almost sanction no almost suspended. Up to now, almost revoke sanction. And to say Russia is suspended. And Russia is the key ally of the NATO at the time. Moreover, also Russia and the NATO Council, I mean a different agreement. Now, I'm suspending a membership. Omunkoyi Council agreement into Omienshe. I mean the Moja, meaning said, so we use our Council agreement in few. I mean said, NATO person or any other part. A far Russia SPSA, ultimate of Chem. NATO person or a lot of countries, Myanmar. Countries are almost supporting Russia, Cuba, any North Korea, any Nicaragua, Pakistan, more or less pro-Russia, pro-communist, no American problems. Indonesia, more American problems. So we can't see if you are Sankophone, a bit more freely, other support Russia in any fight. Any the NATO for you. Now, NATO for no, any EU 2024. Ukraine be a member of European Union 2030 or be a full membership of the European Union currency. Russia will see herself as naked. The genesis of the matter is the fact that Putin wants to force say Oma Njai application to be a NATO member. Abra ya suspended on Putin. Our NATO no. So Ukraine be a member, they might not need Russia. And what is happening is that Obe creative fight. European Union will be afraid, and then they will not find credit in the adoption or making Ukraine any member. Bearing in mind, sir, countries now almost support Russia, the alliance, the Balkan states, Romania, Bulgaria, and Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia was the biggest military ally. No onka USSR, but no, yeah, Balkan state. Europeans see in 1991 a creative problem at Yugoslavia and Omtitimu. Omukoyeno and Kofi Annan, who was then the commissioner of the UN, on Mrs. Ugata, as a special envoy. Yabeti Serbia, Yabeti Croatia, Slovenia, Montenegro, Serbia, Montenegro, Albania, Tirana, Albania, Kosovo, and Dubrovnik, all the breakaway republics in Yugoslavia and in Temtiti, in Abeka, Serbia. And no, Sobeka, Professor Milsa, Ghana, Dimika, diplomatic and consortium, and Umko Abdoto, Albania, Kosovo, as a country, Umko Dota, Albania, Tirana, as a country, because British foreign American foreign council, Umkoyesa. And to put in one who said, Czech Republic, and Poland, car countries in our own country. DDR, that is East German fire integration, Amanabe, West Germany, one country in 1990. And Russia ni ally biya within the region. And to know Belarus, a Minsk government, and Donetsk, Omuna pro-Russian, but what but to me pro-Russian. Name Yababenya president to Ukraine, only anti-Russia. Only why Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky no any Putin because of those boys, any Chelsea leader Abramovich, any Petro Poroshenko, Omina Kremlin boys home through Moscow, Omina Putin among ye. And the more we president Romukum. And to a person hit Putin. And then a man be kum, so by career journalist, you umbekum you our UK, or that poison woman, British for Anthony and one captain now, investigation inconclusive. And you put in this our boys in beef. One is Zelensky, beef. And Petro Poroshenko, on the last president of Ukraine, not only a pro-Russia, no name Putin was only a fine. And now Russia, Ukraine for the two. As we speak, the boy no man treasonable charges and that is one of the biggest reasons there. Only a Kremlin boy, and you know where Ukraine and one putting any problem. But my imagine some person could even do a president on Tiasia. Into the genesis and the pressure now putting here. This is one of the reasons. But then let me put on record, sir. It does not at any given point warrant say America or nay Russia Babaku. America cannot fight and Russia cannot fight America. America cannot fight ever America. Meaning say Cuba, why a communist, and Cuba has a beef with America over the years since Che Guevara time. And I used to Fidel Castro Betan. Raul Castro Ebekan. Raul Bayen, on Russia for, as we speak, 100 nautical miles away from Florida, Cuban waters. Russia for tankers is here. I know your friend said America. ICBM, I know America. And the US would dare not try. 2, your Nicaragua communist government. Also support in Tiaba, also going to the region. Let's also be a Cuba war. Let's say baby a North American war. So you can say alliance and support for United States. We need support because from Cuba no, obetimenya support from Nicaragua. But we free Nicaragua, Caribbean side now. Jamaica, the army only 2,000, only 5,000. Trinidad and Tobago, the whole country army only about 600. Turks and Caicos, the army only 48. Uba Barbados and Yami only 1,000. Uba Dominica side Sosua, Haiti, the army only 5,000. And two Kika army nuclear home now. They cannot go and support America. Couple with the fire said, Panama. Panama only army more than 500. Melbourne is America. And it's the whole 14 islands of the Caribbean. Turks and Caicos. And I will call the French Martinique, Martinique, Holland, Guadeloupe, some countries in the Caribbean, Holland, for the French, for the and the English, the friend is in Virgin Islands. Woman will be our president, and then the ban in the whole country, population now 3,000. Or a flag bearing nation, but Niam Nipa Tupe, and you suggest Nipa to Kokontoka. And the USA need supporter between the Abba, so Babaco, and you want 2. Canada, no, the biggest North American countries. Canada will declare Pusican World or a Red Cross Fund country. The flag is red and white. Over Europe, Switzerland, or neutral land, or red and white. Austria, red and white. Belgium, only the host to the NATO, on a weapon. Holland, the size of army, or neutral, or declare neutrality 20 million. And Oka Luxembourg, or declare neutrality 20 million.
Miss Mama, and to say, you can't and someone a history out there, man, you know, Bumua. Not to say, no, NATO, entimi, and Conco. America, America would dare not. Ena uba Canada ne countries no medical almost say wo ye neutral na wo so ntimi enkoko ete say akeka we nyina boma ene na statement a NATO release yes wo ebe support to Ukraine with defensive equipment no den ekwan be so
mama ncho so betia on the flip side Ukraine for now so aka say they can fight their own fight. What does it mean? Tell Ukraine or stockpile, I repeat again, of weapons. But when you come in terms of population and the numbers now, the total population of the Ukrainian country, only the size of the Russian army. And what does it mean? It means that she check 1-on-1. Nipa bakubia one soldier bakwa Ukraine will need number. The majority are here. And now, we also support equipment. Germany was a very big player. Our NATO, and we're a very big player. As also our the friends the European Union. Germany would dare not, because of the history, First and Second World War, say Opokan Russia, because Angelica Merkel now or your German premier, your friend is a Bundeskanzler. Or no, your former Russia ally, meaning say, if Dresden. Or a DDR ni Russia and Walker and Tiboda Nebano of Germany. So Bakaya only the first German politician at the age of 30 Helmut Kohl, Ecofano, or Tea Party or Eastern Europe, Eastern Germany, near friend who said the awakening. And Yadin Babaya, the first minister, younger minister of women and culture of Germany, or a pro-Russian. And to say European Union, she has so more Qatar or can but ultimately too much of a noise. Meaning, say, only the biggest buyer of Russian gas. Putin decided as the European Union, any NATO and Yedina, a China and addiction, or back to gas. Do you know what it means? Or a Cold War. Cold War means that. And Toka First World War, in a winter time. And Toka Omukun Second World War in a winter time. And this is what they on call for. Now. We saw just COVID actually my wakata ni nusu. Germany there so je ni bi enu ha because since America ni war any UK omuko Iraq omuko Afghanistan and other places where Western ally but Germany kwa oko only medical support or be support to mo amoku. Italy okra arms ekon but Italy no onu so no wada no so on per problem. Over France the Russia so be connect with the whole of Europe. The only country our ground troops would need a road, banter to banter, corner to corner, street to street, and yet Royal Army of the UK, there be UK for him to walk on our street. France never come. But France no better Macono, or no sooner not to Ebenya beef through Charles de Gaulle in 1986, because Omsing had the same problem now, Russia and in NATO.
Na Misawa, who say, I say Macron, where ya okay, or ya but to a goofy say, me who say, what then who rum too much? Or
then who be rum, Timmy, or a young man, Yaka European Union now, we France, any Germany, other countries in a baby. And he will talk of historical ancestry, but he has forgotten, say, France in NATO, a big problem in 1986. A bra, not Charles de Gaulle, or withdraw or suspend your membership. A big banner France is by. And the affair be said political and diplomatic rhetorics. Casa no beka. But when they meet on the diplomatic corridors, and they are to bring them on the table to speak, Mr. Macron said, is he prepared to commit France troops to Russia? Answer is no, because Palais de l'Élysée, the presidency of the France, on now Russia as do her direct, or be targeted direct, or per se one Europe ni NATO, the first country or be hitting London, or be hitting Paris, Frankfurt, Angelica Merkel on can be Berlin is the diplomatic hub of Germany. On so hit Berlin problem about. Now no Moscow only Poland a problem. That is the next border. Also they know a Russian ally. And Putin we their Poland force will give Russia day. President now or the Polish for Eco join European Union. And only the code the Commission of European Union Commission on Legal Affairs. Donald Trump Tusk no. Or that there President, Prime Minister, IGP, Deputy Minister of Defense, Defense Minister, any Nipan night. That are not our president, you know. Omo in for Nina defense on your president. Omo call Russian Day to give Russian Day to give credit to Russia as our former masters. Omo Pierre now Omo free Russian. Putin, Omo say a friend alien weapon and that's an alien attack. Obi kum nipa 11. The whole generals, the whole prime minister, the whole president, Omi in one day. Just to wait and one Poland say, yes, say that Russia is in control because that's our crucial. Omi no support Europe, you know me anti-Russia.
Okay,
and Poland the form person in Russia, okay, because literally red and white flag.
My engine han ye keken ye ka France ye keka bom saa but ye hwe Ghana ne fam so say UN Security Council Ghana ye ka ho bi ye nyina yenim na enra pay won voting a wo ye asked to which country and which country supporting Ukraine and I say Russia no Eba ye no United States of America, United Kingdom, France, Norway, Ireland, Albania, Gabon, Mexico, Brazil, Ghana, Kenya, yes, support to Ukraine. Na ye condemn Russia, which maya woman and so abstain from voting no was China, India, and United Arab Emirates. Na we no say ni Ghana any Russia and Temun Kitawudi who can say one more to two more gas na Germany ni ade kra wo be kire omo a ye Ghana fe kra na nke ye na omo so hold talks a ye betum ye kope gas ni bia free ho e die na ensunsanso be na de bebre ye wa.
Okay, Ghana, don't forget say West Africa and as ECOWAS mouthpiece of diplomacy, very big. International player on the African Union, mouthpiece, very big. Member Renfi said, UN Security Council, Ghana, our non-permanent member. This is the second time I was chair, a point crowd, chair UN Security Council as a non-permanent member. That does not make you a decision maker because we should need a bigger vote. When it comes to say BBSC, na international direction, Ghana is mindful about the fact that time United Nations. American for Security Council American for any your friend is a UK. Now more veto power over Russia and China and France. France can now Boutros Ghali when he was UN Secretary General. Shapaya American for fast because now Omoko Palestinian issue near the now Boutros Ghali and Pinaso. That time now the special envoy His Excellency Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan was the second commissioner. I know the same Yugoslavia. American Ron Brown, Yugoslavia. Now, do Mr. Kofi Annan as Secretary General of the UN? I'm just telling you. Now, the ranking member after Boutros Ghali was an African. The next was supposed to be still an African. Naya Amara C of Senegal. American for any France for American UK for. I can say, yeah, Amara C, regardless of whatever, because French for being too close. And no more confirm Mr. Kofi Annan edit 8 years in the Mamano. Thinking said, Umetima push your agenda. And Kofi Annan came and became a diplomat, top class. While my American problem, while will be a problem, and what they can command the time soon. Even the last time, or will be disaffection with the Americans. Now, Ghana Biena can be because say, I also speaking of Ghana that we know, say, America and UK for no UK a your colonial ally. That does not mean say UK can come and talk a bit my father na ko. No UK ni America for ya no IEB ama Ghana by making a Ghanaian Secretary General. Now the time kwa enson ye. Into anything that Security Council won't say British any American vote to no Ghana vote there. Now one time Ghana echo vote too against Israel, against the Palestinian aggression. Okay, the Israelis speech and then comments in Yama Omumiki. And the Ghana there, Maminika Mount says all the UN charter against armed proliferation, against war, against this, Ghana were declaring the independence stance long times. In our watches as well, Ghana will make sure and always, the only African country to capture the UN General Assembly. Even John Rollins in uniform, he was the first allowed in 1990, 92, or Kasa UN General Assembly. 2 times, Rollins DNA 8 years, he was to speak on behalf first in Africa. President Kufuor Bayano, my friend Musa said, was there a time 8 years of the tenure, African country to speak on the General Assembly, against South Africa that has the biggest economy, and in Nigeria that has the biggest population. Ghana president speaks first before any other African country speaks. And yet Paul Kagame, and then yes South Africa Ramaphosa. Now President Mills Bayano, he spoke. President Mills, he spoke on the General Assembly throughout the 3 years, and some will be free on the 4th year. President Mahama Bayano, we said was there time one casa to UN General Assembly. And the Ghana was certain position diplomatically at the UN said, or only there's a basset, UN Secretary General Nekasa. The membership block on Ghana, Africa, they were the biggest because we have 56 to 57 countries. Yes, so all the continents and in terms of numbers. Until after the introduction of the UN confab, the first person to speak is Ghana president. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. It is a word. And the NATO and the West say you condemn Ghana Bekabi. But Ghana can't or doesn't speak with heat. Ghana and Kasa put in one thing why they say there be because when you say Sabi you soldiers to no crown, you need soldier armed forces be your helicopter cry a bit in the even Namibia. As a oh David and you want Dumboya cry Timako, you know. And I said Dumboya, His Excellency president, any ECOWAS for say Dumboya and Transit. As me go to Mali, Timako, Burkina Faso, Henry Odeago, say Ghana Kasa. Ghana Bekasa find diplomatic talk. But when it comes to action,
not say, diplomatically, no. No, you can tell Nimunyam Srunkubi, but you who knew who sa.
But the whole world. You know, a very key ally of the world. Okay. And the Kurulan Kasano is respected outside. Papa. The Yampanian for Lankasano and in Pabonifo.
Me man Cabio.
Bravo, Maka, coach me.
Mr. One, the Crogramono, say, Yashani said, they are not, say, Russia, who said the Ghana, yen position city, yen who knew, and see a hunt him quiet, he ever can be also. And a young Casa Bambo in Semono, yeah, the Niama Tututi is.
Mamma Asempa to us. Russia, regardless, or a country of Ghana, you know why? Russia himself, engineer Kunkwame Nkrumah. Is aware. Countries are not only Russia, Vietnam. I want to come and come on YouTube. So, country or Nunusi Hotel, Metropole Hotel, at the chair, a communist country under Russia, Poland, a Metropole Hotel of Poland, and only the most expensive, biggest hotel now as we speak, Poland. Most you have heard is a Polish capital. Okay, Ghana. Romania under Georgescu, you knew almost diplomatic pact, and I've challenged Ghana Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ghanaian government. You knew almost existing pact agreement via Nedal. I've not given time that a Ghanaian citizen echo Romania with visa. But over the period, Romania formed to form part of it. Ghana also enforced. In Ghana share Romania and Nkrumah. Ghana could share Vietnam and Nkrumah. And I know any Russian to so about what Ghanaian doctors in Russia and Trim and Moscow trained doctors. They are the best doctors. But Russia there only Ghana our peaceful agreement there. Ghana Bekano put him himself per diplomacy and diplomatic talk. Ghana cannot say anything say or support Russia. It can never happen. What you say that does not mean say only Ghana or problem. Or say Ghana per Gaza put in so Obama. Because we need to Ghana ayeda. The Bajwa Diazi.
Matwa Sepa.
Sana Dianitin Pacho. ye ni problem.
And is a who be any baby. Anopa ye do as a papa. What the Yako school ni be yen so yesua and Yaman be brain so at the film na. Here ye pan say Aban is saying ne Russian Temun Kitan never quite say na baby baby abay the nature say Eddie Yabako so an ye kita ye casano no ye diplomatic winum na yakosa when you knew I'm a brain near face.
Don't forget Nanado, why foreign minister that and Nana so our language in our talk. Nanade about when you handkerchief not the panel who needs to kakra. Sabi, yes a panel. Why respected and yet Russia ain't me a problem.
Yeah, that's
the only thing a woman say how a Ghana be mobilizing nani Ghanaian citizen. Bimaka say kwan be ne be
anopay according to Nooks secretary and any dim komono wa kire say Ghana by any Nooks president branch no adwuma be see die won no betumi aka kire ye say womo members no nyina bambo de womo nya bi ye de woma be Holland any Hungary any ade a wo hwe say plane be kwa lift womo e de woma be.
That is where Ghana has a problem. The problem is that we must not see, say, when our diplomacy is breaking down certain country, what problem is here, Baswa. Not only say a student's body, no, and the Ghanaian citizen. It is a big mistake.
Debbie, as I am the baby, I said you can matter as here. Now, see, I can a student, near refuge said, Binum said to Quanco Hoso Bobra, and a door.
There are more than 3,000, 4,000 within Ukraine.
But me did say, Abani say, no, yea, Ghana by and students in ya. The citizens no so nkaye no a ewo ho no that you better most call Minister of Foreign Affairs say citizens na nkasa so apart from students no wo mo so ye data so ye was say
because say fight na ekoso no say Ukraine declare the area zone non flying a year
what declare and they what declare yes
no for Russia they know say emergency flights can land. Because the data, your friend is
as at number na Ukrainian president say a year flight into Obama be away from 18 to 60 years.
Yes, Uncle join Uncle your weapon. I know there normal, but the moment you say, Obe declare the area space, you know, because of Russia. And when they say, the passenger aircraft called airspace now. Russia bit my chill.
That's it, yeah.
Obit my chill and say, a be officer, oh, Kako support you. And into the air making mistakes for Beko. And this all kind of evacuation, I got no bit my cofa, obedient every border. And you to me because the escalation countries in in Germany, there will be a queen in the power that. Young build up in always slow to say China, your friend is a corona buy-in. Your marquis be heated answer. But let me also say, not only the Ghanaian students. Population that were no Belarus, Ukraine, free Azerbaijan, Ukraine, more than the best of a handful of students. Okay. It is a coverage. Ghana ambassador in Turkey are strongly beliefs on the oversight responsibility of Ukraine, not the Ghana ambassador in Russia. Don't you want to make name woman or go bien and no can. Ombe Espeleno, and Ghana ambassador in Czech Republic, any the all taking on the Ukraine. Intimity said, Omo active with the coordinating and the mobilization. No say, Ebia Omo ye okay.
Yeah, that's a Papa, yeah, that's a pa. Woman, you know, be kind of ye pay also Yaminka. Yeah, that's a baby, near your best banana, Abidim Como
experts and among country, say, yeah, Monte story, nothing. Yeah, the Muki kind of airways in Professor.
Yeah, okay, one Casan Socrati. Say, Oba
Woman lecture, and students, international students,
Council. Era Farouk Al Wahab, or ye international relations expert, and ye no dim komo every year the Ecosu Ukraine and Russia and Temno. Abusia Breno, ye the Nina Quacosia, dear frame 030222. Asa 0302216545 0302216545 and a 0302216546 0302216546 kwam gwagwadu kumi wose watare ne mpam tuku na otie na ɔtie lectures a yɛwura alwahab ɛde ama yɛn na wɔse ɛnɛ wɔsua deɛ papaapa enti yɛn nyinaa nso yɛsua deɛ yie paa ane kwame wode wadwenkyerɛ no wode bebre abusua memoakye ɛmoakɔ ababa Kukurantumi dwumadie so anɔpɛn
atwa butanti him ɔde hyɛba na ebo nsu ni
ɔde hyɛba na ebo nsu ɛne anɔpɛn yɛnkasa
amfedase wadawro ma andi winya bako UK opere chairman na bi na miamnya ngbodo ishenya mishampa na benitu dia me kan say the also suna ni wameno ya adwene so ko na obi abotu say hia na do de na nsu nu nam sa brofro so mu osika na me ba unyi se eto na egu ho no eya fo mutirim eta bia na mu ketin pokwa enti yebasre
Asempa
ede ba ya o am awiase yasumba duyan onye sika na mudi dinsemu no ye hia ba $2 billion kwa de asoyasene puti ho na nsemu ndi
na ebo nsu bo ho biem ya ho kyerɛkyerɛ ye pa bo ho biem
sika ni min ya ba me si ye hia 1 billion ni level kwa no yes o kan bon kwa no enu 10 billion
anka mo de ma ye yanka ye mesra mo ade biem
yes eni kwa say ye ju omo so omo din se wunu mo skant dia mo to abo wiase
medase why nyankopon sura boko why fatofo boko nebonsu ena de ne de aba no ampa oska wo de bra ye ya kanya nsi ye ko yi levi ni ade hu kasabre de asort ye problems ni ye te ho ebusu ya memo ache mo akọ ababa Kukurantumi dwumadie so Asempa
ye ni aminyu aba
medofo ne fro so free
ye fa ni abolu ni fa fi alaju
mini yenko
obeti ni afa mi se common sense ena na ebusu e ka no ntokwesi no ya ye ni bisu ye sika be wa ye beda na sini chechire mu be mi nyaba ye be se mi bisa ye kan ye si ye nya gas efi Russia na ye gas bebe we na den so ye bi mana
no pani ye gas na no so saa o ye gas ni ye petrol na we na ye tu no ye wo 20 years enti se wo kasa eno na ye de ye ho to so de a ne ye mfiri ese saa bre anya nhyehyɛ ye de a da hye be kwa koka okwam
menya ba menim se gas ni ye de na ndo so bi asa be na nsan su ye ti se ye gas kwa ye bu bigu ma ti se ye ti ye gas kwa betimi ama ye neighbor countries ni bi
ya se ye bugu ai ya om se ye bugu wa fine
ye tu ye crude ya na di ko ye ni refining center sanka esi anka ye refine ye fuela sanka ye tu ye crude na ya refine ya de enti ye pepe sa nyama ne se gas no yesu ya nye bi wa ha no se be hodu to say for let's say 10-20 years bibi mu se ya yesu ye betine na ye de bibia ye koje wa mono ni bibia so nyame di asra ye bibia ntokwa kakra ba ye no se adani yi bibia se yi lesi de bekwa ko boa ye aben yesu ye bibi nya ba no nyame adwuma
also ni nyame ntena ba baabi a wo meda wasepa se ode aba Mr Common Sense medofo wa ba mo ache mo akọ ababa Kukurantumi so hello medo me mo ache mo akọ ababa Kukurantumi so
baby bako die
nyankopon hu mboburu nti na afrefri hu ye fro sen
Nana Mohammed Kaswa
ya cha Kaswa fo nyina
omoje wo so papa
medo ye nkasai
se adesua aye de papa wow papa no your friend say
Farouk Al-Wahab Yamenka
no ho yesua de egu ye trimbo osua de gu trim so a na oso uda ye dwuma ada nya faso na nsema papa de dia ba na pa ne de osumbo kata na Africa ana well yina yambo mpaye huye na asumba se ko nenye asumtwe sika aya dia ehie de pa de tani wa asatu yesu na unu ho kiro na te wo sika uda buana amena yenya mefa ye besra abofu omunje ntakwa o ma koda ɛdɛn na ɔmanya funu ekuro na ahyehyɛ
Asempa
apata
FM.
nkwala na abra nti yɛbɛsrɛ ɔmo adwoborɔ hɔ na
Dwobrɛw.
deɛ yɛhwɛ yɛhie no ɔmo fa bɔɔ na ɛntu ɔno ɔmɔkɔ yi no
That's adwobrɛw paa because ebi ho adwo mo ebi nso brɛ eti sika no a mode bɛtɔ tuo bɛdane dane egum ne na mode brɛ yɛ ɛwɔ Africa Ghana ɛsɛ yɛhia mo paa yɛ ne bedi abedie no ɛsɛ ɛnɛma ɛbobɔba afiri yɛ nimu ba no ɛnyɛ nti enkomo famre abusua memo ache mo akwa baba Kukurantumi dwumadie so
okay mutanti memo ache bru
mejo so a medofo na
Lukman ye god was e kuma bonte su kuma se
me pacho se o se kromfo nyina ho ye
o boni bia ni ha boni bia
me ba wache onyambo next month de me try
sa ene bomoden se kuma se de du ha no ma me de obekọ atwemo no ai fufu pa fufu ne ene ade sa ade nchi akante bini no aha nkwan no papa no wo de wo ba pefre me wo fre me ame do be kwa twemu no
je wonsa no ho atọ
eno ano no wo wie ni nyina aka
3 days kra na do sa ko hwena no na ada so fili
eno no
look my kasa
me dase na mamini kan fanchi ayi moden emfa ma adwenkase yewura Jombodu General Secretary 1 babi wo bia no me chia no emu na dwuma paso a oboma MPP ese General Secretary nyamishira no onye ne kese na menchia me ankasa ma de nyina onimonyamfo John Alan Kwadio Trematin Trade Minister one Miami MP Dr. Metopoku Prempe menchia South Mashebedwani otwabutantim niema esisie no enye fe na ebradu se esi etimi sekire na yenka unse sisie enne anam nim se fanwo a Ghana ha yede toto ehyenkafum na enne na eye adwuma enso efi sese eno kampo hyiase no ene since omo ntokwa hyiase se enna na ya ntokwa hyiase se omo ko no Russia ho no Ukraine ho no mi fanwo no ebo na ese huri kosoro enu ntire se ye transe na se yayi hwese kotra akwa ni mako na potro na ba be huhu na no sese omu na enyo omu ntoko nso se ehu ntansa no ye na ese eba be so ye na ye kwa na se eba ene ntimi ye nsre Russia fo ne se aye ye entokwa mfa so bi ani so
akode ntidie
akode mi amehwe mo amu TV so Adum TV na mu yi akode na ebai na adai kese de yesi no nyefe enti Russia fo na ye kasa nkyere wo mu se ba se ya ehu ntansa no ye bibi mam no ye na ehu ntansa no ye behu ne kese enti ye sre wo mu ese wedi adwebre akurase maka ekwa fe no machine to kwa ase mate se nipa akwampa awuo no ebro be ahasa adai ye gidie enya nika enti wedi e adwebre nyame hira
mo se nyame ya doma next month ma betwa makwatwea wo ho meduru ho no ma ye bekasa abusua waba memo akwa aba mo acheba Kukurantumi dwumadie so hello
Achia butanti.
Ba ko pe.
We you know about sofu mame dome.
Oh, sofu mame. Dome fo nyina ho ye.
Dome fo.
Eneme me dwa na ba pa.
Anya sam ketwa
me. Me bejinam sesi yi.
We do fu for market body banchi.
Me do hre.
Ene kontomre.
Eneme di fufu.
Dem. Ye se ya na edi bajum.
Me pa cha me
nkasa. Ni ba mo ati wo bo adwuma.
Me da se.
Ebi wa ni hokra wote kunyenum dendende wa ni nyina me fenche mu odin e ma sompa hema Germany no di na
FM.
Oh ye do me hema ahoma na akati no awurade nyankopon a ene on that note do me hema nam de no ebewie course ne fa sabre de na wotwe mu nsem etwa boche we ya do me bi wa watena se enti wo se ye kojoin na eho nso ye de ne efiri wo
me pacho na me nye last caller mbasro
ye boni to mami
oba ma menche na menche waduma ifu nyina
mejo so
obani oba pa kakra me pese me din de meta no kra sam kase Africa so aba bi MP no tutu no
okay
kakra me pese me kan efa sikatua Honorable Kennedy Japon kaso matua maame adwo asafo a ba ne sen ni etimi tue sika 120,000 edima member of parliament cabinet minister so womra no meto aba enfem pass yi navy atutu bottom tax
papa ahomete na asesem
na wote wo hen say eyi nkrofo tax ne de ma no wote wai
oba pay me ba so as chief of staff na de ma no
na de chief of staff eyi want to me nya 1.2 eyi ana oga woni
nchetremu a Kennedy report de ma ye no wan kan kire ye say sika ne ye ma me nan kasa bottom sika o
na wokyerɛ mu sɛ tax payers money
ana me ba mitie me ma me na me nka ma asɛm yɛ sɛ sika ne free asɛm na wo kan no so nyina so ne yɛn so yɛ de kasa yi so what mu de ma no kɔto na account ni sɛ ma me ne mmra na mato aba ɛnsɛm paase yi na bi ɛsan han ɛyɛmuhyɛn ɛde kɔɔ so ɔmo kɔfa na ba na dwempo bɛɛ na ta yi na bi na kyinkyɛ ɔmo han wiemhyɛn ɛde kɔfa ne so ɔmra mɛto aba ɛnsɛm ma sika 120,000 Ghana cedi yɛ maame mamom yɛn tena se nyɛ hwɛ han and justify saa asɛm wɔ na nsɛm na nyɛ obi to aso
medase oye me last caller me no awie nso so na me de course no nso so asie yeda
Asempa FM
yeda wase papa sa oje bretie sa brede yenkɔ na ɛyɛ na wotwe mu nsɛm twabo yi adom atena se de abusua me de wase sɛ wo so oje bre ne adagye na wode etie Kukurantumi ene anopan me producers no